Once you've uploaded a card to your account, it's important to have as much detail in that as possible. And the reason that you want to have as much detail in there as possible is to be able to search the card more accurately. Now, we all know that most cards have several versions of that one card throughout the year by different brands, variations, short prints, and different things like that. So the more information you have in here, the better. So once you have that information in here, we can click on Details and then check out Current Listings to see what that card is going for on eBay. Now, I'm going to click on this and it's going to pre-fill out the search form, and we can see that there are some slightly different versions of that same card out there, so it's not going to be perfect, but again, the more detail you can fill out there, the more accurate it'll be. And that's where sometimes having that photo in here is going to help you out as well. So I know this one is the Select Red Prism. We can see that there are some select prisms in here. Not all of them are the red ones. Actually, there's a red one right there. So we can compare it to other listings that are going on right now. This does not mean that this is what the card's necessarily going for, but we can see what other people are listing their card at. Also, if it's up for auction, we can see the number of bids there are for that, giving us an indication of what this card might go for from within our account. Now we can also compare prices, so I can see that I paid $2.99 for this card here. This one has buy it now for $4. It, again, doesn't necessarily mean that that card is worth that amount, it's just what it's selling for right now. And this one's going for bidding for 99 cents with just one bid. Another thing you can do is by hovering over details, you can click on recent sales, and this will take you off to a different site called Watch Count, which actually pulls in recent sold items of this same card. We can actually see this was the purchase that I made, and we can see other very similar comparable prices here. We can see that others sold for $2.50, one sold for $5.50, $6.50, and it can be a basic indication of what these cards actually sold for. And one final thing that you can do is if you have a card and you don't know how many cards of these were printed, you can take a look at the pop report. So I'm going to click on pop report for this card, and again, the information that I input is going to be put into here, into the PSA population report, and we can take a look at the different versions of what it sees as maybe being possibly what we are looking for here. And we can see Bryce Harper number, that's not the right one because we had a 2020 version of it. Now again, this is going to be probably the least accurate based on compared to all the other searches right now, just because, let's see, we've got all the information in there. Sometimes it's a matter of putting the information in a different order. And we'll change the number of the card to 31, which I believe is correct, and we're not going to worry about the actual number printing on the card. And I'm not seeing an immediate listing for the 2020 version of this card here. Again, the PSA pop report is not always the most accurate as far as being able to pull up your search results, but it does have some very good information about the number of cards that were printed, and you have to take this on a case-by-case basis.